Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I got something in my eye. Tim is currently printing part of an order. Got a couple other little pieces here and there. Ended up getting hit with like 5 orders over the last 2 days. Got 3 of them shipped out today. One was a decal, one was Aldi's quarter things, and one was a Uno box holder. I ended up getting 2 orders for Uno box holders yesterday. But the one we're printing, the one we actually already had made. It's one we used for like our stock photos. So that was definitely super helpful. I just put my shoes on. I posted in my Facebook group for my YouTube channel. If you guys aren't joined into the group, the description's always down, or it's always down in the description, the link to it. But people were like kind of concerned for the flooding that we have going on my group. They were all saying like, yikes, that looks bad. It happens every year. It honestly really does. But a lot of people wanted to see a video on that. So I'm gonna come outside. It's like 56 degrees outside today, which is phenomenal. The wind's a little breezy, so sorry about the noise if you guys hear that. And it is raining, but it's not raining right now. It's been raining like all day though. But that's what the creek looks like. Okay, it's all the ice that's like floating down. I'm gonna try and walk back there. Hopefully I don't get my feet too wet, but this black hose is pumping out our basement. I'll show you guys that also in a second, but this is what our front yard looks like. You can see Ella's swing set is like under like 3 inches of water. The tree, we found a hula hoop that Ella played with, and then the snow hit and apparently it never got picked up out of the yard. Her little house here is currently underwater. A little bit. Let me pull my pants up so they're not getting too wet. Give me 1 sec. I like folded my pants up so that they were like capris because I didn't want them getting all wet. I do have Crocs on, so my feet are most likely going to get wet, but I don't have any like water boots. They don't fit my thigh or my calves. But I don't know if you guys can see. That's not her floor. That is water. You guys can see it's under quite a bit of water. Luckily it's on a concrete slab, so it's not going to go anywhere. But this, yeah. We've got our cars here. This is the other part of our driveway here. This is by our family, or my mother-in-law's house and stuff. The driveway's starting to flood there. This is all like flooded all up here. That's not supposed to be there. It's all grass. Here's a better side from over here. The only thing that I don't have access to show you, especially having to watch Ella, I don't want to drag her out in all this water, is images or video of my mother-in-law's actual house. Tim has to wear water waders to go over there because the water is so deep. Try and walk down without getting too wet. Show you guys the basement and then go back and show you guys the creek, if you will. It's like a river. At this point it is a river. So like I said, this black hose is pumping on our basement. You guys can see the water flowing out right there. Our basement's completely flooded, which that thing you see there, that orange thing, is the sub pump, which is what we use to pump out our basement. Then hopefully before my battery dies, I can show you guys the creek. So this is the creek. There's all kinds of rocks that lead to like a little walkway down here, but it's all flooded here. Came inside, Ella was crying because she wants one of her cookies. We made sugar cookies this morning, didn't we? Didn't we, Ella? We made sugar cookies this morning, huh? Yeah. Yeah. You want your flour?
Wow. It's hot.
No, it's not hot now. It's all cooled down, huh?
Yeah, it's cooled down.
You show everyone your flour?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Show it to them.
Look.
Hold it out so they can see. It is a sugar cookie. So we made a couple of bunnies, chicks, 2 different kinds of eggs, the tulip flowers, and some carrots, and this other little bunny here. You guys can see she's had 2 flowers. I had a bunny and Tim had one of these eggs. But yeah, we made sugar cookies this morning. But anyways, like I was saying, my battery ended up dying, but the creek is never usually that wide. But it's quite deep and flowing fast right now. But we're safe, that's what matters. Come back here. 95% of the snow has melted except for like big mounds, like you know, right there at my neighbor's house, but the creek is never this wide ever. You guys can see over here there's this like bank line right here, and then there's water over on the other side of that. It's all flooded out over there. But we've only had one severe flood. Like, this happens every year. The sun comes out, the snow all melts, we get a bunch of rain, it warms up. Everything's melting, and everything floods right here. It happens, especially because we're right on the water. Only once has it flooded so bad that I couldn't leave the house, which was before I had Ella. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was closer to 5 years, because I don't even think I was pregnant with her when it flooded like this. And it was so bad that there was currents at my steps, like currents from the creek, you know, flowing down through. It was so bad that the currents from the creek were like flooding through everywhere. Just because the water had risen so high, and that's the only time in the gosh, how long has it been since we've lived here? Oh my gosh. We moved in here in 2014. No. 2015. We moved in here. So we've been in here for 7 years now. Well, it'll be 7 years in April. But we've lived here for a substantial amount of time, and it's only ever flooded out so bad once. So that's definitely a plus, an added bonus, if you will. This is the cup that I'm working on, the Milky Way cup, after a layer of epoxy. So some of the glitter did get swiped away when I was putting on the epoxy, but you won't be able to tell that once I get the Milky Way effect onto it. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it turns out alright. Then this is the other cup I'm working on. It looks a little rough because I didn't have enough epoxy, because this one took a lot more than I was anticipating because the glitter like soaked it in. But you've got Squirt from Finding Nemo with this. This is a tumbler, like I said, that I didn't prep, so you can kind of see the silver through it. But I put You So Totally Rock, Squirt. Now give me some fin. Doggin. Dude. On that cup. Then you've got the Stitch cup all cleaned up and ready for a craft show. You've got the Feeling IDGAF-ish today. If you guys know what that stands for, I'm not going to say it because of reasons. But this is Mama on the other side in like a cheetah print with this silver hollow. Fueled by Caffeine and Murder Shows with like the bloody handprint. The glittered cow spots, cowhide effect to it with this cute little cow. And then you've got this one here, which I've shown before, which is, I love this glitter. I cannot help. This glitter just makes me so happy. Bikers don't go gray, we turn chrome with like the wings and stuff like that on the bike handles. And this bike that looks like it's on fire. This glitter just makes me so extremely happy. Like, I can't even explain it to you guys. But those are all ready to go. Like I said, this one's currently on hold till I finish with this one, which I'm hoping to have this one done here in a couple of days, but still working on that one, like I said. This one, I need to do a flood coat and then do the Milky Way effect to it. Once I get that done, then I can add my decals to it and then a couple more layers of epoxy and it should be good to go. So I did watch a tutorial on how to do the Milky Way effect. I am still going to watch a couple of more because I know for glitter bases, you need to do epoxy or your Mod Podge method. However you apply your glitter, I did the paint method. Added my glitter, sealed my glitter with clear spray paint, did a thin layer of epoxy over it, and then you do a flood coat, which will even out the glitter and give you that Milky Way effect, after adding some paints and stuff like that to some epoxy, mixing everything together that way. So that's currently in the works. I know that's what you have to do thus far. I'm going to watch a couple of more people with techniques on getting it to swirl and what kind of colorings to use. The one I watched, she said don't use a heat gun to just let your tumbler spin. But she also added like 4 different colors of paints to epoxy. She did a white and then 3 different shades of blue, I think, and I just didn't care for it. There wasn't enough glitter showing through for me. But I know some people just do like a white, and I just want to watch a couple of more tutorials. I did catch a live on TikTok the other day. She was making a Milky Way, and she did hit it with the heat gun to help get it to swirl. So I'm not sure. I think the other one that said not to use the heat gun is mainly just because the amount of colors that she added, she didn't want them to all become one nasty like looking color. So I think that might be why she said not to use a heat gun. Like I said, I'm gonna watch a couple more tutorials, kind of get my bearings on this, and pray to the heavens above that it turns out okay tonight, because I am legit scared that it's gonna turn out terribly and then I'm gonna have to strip the cup and start all over, and I don't want to have to do that. I ended up throwing away a cup a couple of weeks ago because I did not want to strip off any of it was almost completed. I just didn't have decals on it, and I tell you guys, this cup had 6 layers of epoxy on it and I just wasn't dealing with it. I just threw the cup away. Wasn't dealing with it. So today's Tuesday, garbage night. Excuse me. I do have to take Ella to speech, and occupational therapy was canceled for this week. I have to take her to speech though, on Thursday, and like I said, I'm really hoping it doesn't flood out where I can't take her. But I'm gonna get some food. My belly just grumbled. Ella has had breakfast and lunch already. I have not yet eaten today, and it is 10 after 4, I think. Yeah, it's 4:12, and I have yet to eat. So this mama needs to eat. I need to edit. I have not edited in a couple of days. I need to edit. That's the game plan for today. Let's see what we can knock out of the ballpark.